Shalom, Shalom. Before we gonna want to start off by giving our praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yosef, Bashim Kakurash. Salakia. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations unto the elect. Today's lesson is going to be on using wisdom, alright, in all ways. Alright, so whatever you're doing, it's always important to use wisdom. Alright, even in you know the worldly things, or you know, the whole world doesn't even know you're Israelite. All right. What I mean by that is, in your resume, if don't put Hebrew Israelite in your resume, like it's uncalled for. There's no need for that. All right. And more likely than not, it's not gonna land you the job. All right. And it's funny, it really is. It's comical that some people just they are over righteous, right? Some people are very over righteous and end up doing things like this and end up calling, the men at Green Millstone, you know, names or whatever. But the men at Green Millstone preach to use wisdom. Use wisdom in all ways. If you're gonna, you know, it would be wise to not, you know, it would be wise to not put something like that in your resume because there's no need for it, and because a lot of the things are controversial, with the world and conflict with the world. So who's gonna hire you? You know, you have to keep in mind that people are still from this world, all right? And we still have to, you know, do some things of this world. We still have to work. We still have to do certain things. We still have to do certain, act certain ways around certain people. You know, you're not gonna go up to your boss just because he's white. You know what? I'm out this bitch. I'm gonna have your ass in slavery in 6 months. I'm gonna pick you directly. Like just because he told you to mop the floor. Like, come on, dude. You know, and some people really do act like that, and it's uncalled for. You know, it's very uncalled for. This is Colossians 4:5. Walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. So walk with wisdom. You know, with them that are without wisdom. You know, so if you if you know that somebody already don't like you, or it's in the, so don't understand what's in this truth, you know in due time, if the Lord wants them to make part, in due time, if you already brought it up and the Lord wants them to bring to be in this truth, they will be in this truth. But you don't have to be telling everybody. you know yes, if it comes up, it comes up. It's the spirit. Call it out, shot. But you know you don't gotta be telling the whole world you Israelite. And it's not just that. You use wisdom in everything. You know, if don't go fucking swimming with sharks with no protect. Don't go swimming with sharks in general, and then be like, Lord got me. Yes, the Lord might have you, but it's still, the Lord may have it so you don't die that way. But still, what if the Lord, you know, what if the Lord like, oh, like, oh, the Lord finds it, you know, it's type of disrespectful, and you end up dying like that. These things are certain things you shouldn't do. Like it wouldn't be wise, to skydive or, do certain things. You know, like Like what if the parachute malfunctions or something? Like it's not the risk. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have fun, but just use wisdom. You know, like it wouldn't be wise to drink until you're blackout drunk out in public on the street, or drink blackout drunk anywhere, because you don't know what you could do. At that point, you're not even, you know, conscious of what actions you're making. And this is Galatians 5:16. Then I say then, this I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. These are contrary to the one another, that ye cannot do these things that ye would. But if ye be led by the Spirit, ye are not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, and are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, and it goes on, you know, and it goes on. No, but you should walk in the Spirit, walk using wisdom. Because when you walk in the Spirit, you're not going to be poking fun at a bear and expect to, you're going to be humble when you're in the Spirit. You're going to be meek for when you're in the Spirit. You're going to be aware that the Lord can take you out at any moment, you know. But at the same time, don't be over righteous. Don't be over righteous. What did the Lord say about being over righteous? You know, this is Ecclesiastes 7:16. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why should thou destroy thyself? You're gonna destroy yourself like that. Okay? You're gonna destroy yourself like that. Because we can't be perfect here. And not only that, if if you if you're over righteous, something over righteous would be like some stuff I mentioned earlier, or if you're scheduled to work on the Sabbath and you take one too many days off on the Sabbath, they're gonna fire your ass eventually. They're gonna fire your ass eventually, because they're gonna see that they're gonna look at you as a liability. But the Lord knows that you have to go to work. The Lord knows. It's not everything. Because you have to understand, this is not our world. This is not our kingdom. We don't rule this world. So, we have to follow certain things of this world. You might not like it, but you have to do it. It's all sacrifice. You know. But, I just wanted to get it out there, because some people, can be over righteous, and it's just, you don't have to be over righteous. Don't be over righteous, because you're going to destroy yourself, like the scriptures say. So, yes, be in the truth, but, have a good balance. The Lord has balance in everything. You know, if you're in this truth 24/7, if you constantly in the, doing something, if you constantly, like you have nothing else, you have literally nothing else you do. You know, you don't have a hobby. You don't do this or that. If you're just, stuck, you cannot do anything. You're gonna burn out eventually. This is why the Lord provided us with these things, to take a little break. Now that's not to say fucking, week break, absolutely nothing. Just little day-to-day things that you can do. Go watch a movie, go do this, go do that. Spend time with your lady. If you have a lady, spend time with your kids. If you have kids, go to the park, do this, do that. And if the Lord, if you have the spirit to do a lesson, do a lesson. You know, but you don't have to be over righteous. Alright. But with that, I want to give our praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Shalom, the one to the other, possibly no song, pieces of taste, do that. Shalom.